Welcome into today's session of something we've already done before, but I haven't mentioned. In between 21 and 12, 23 and 32, they're all the reverse. Okay, this will be the maximum door. And if you notice, I'm working with 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 7, 3, 8, 3, and 4, 1. This is the doorway. 23 and 33, the answer is 9. This is your 2112. The answer is 9. This is the minimum and the only one that can be reversed, okay, in the alphabet with L and U. There is no other one. The next time we get to a reverse is 23W. But 32 would now be what letter? We'd have 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That would be F. The doorway in F, the doorway in W. 6, 23, 29 is your birth. Boom, 29 over here. The difference is 63 creation. The cycle of the moon is the difference of the sun. The number in creation, 2, 7, 2 times 7, 2 plus 7, which will create 23, or the numbers 2 and 3, is the foxhole, or the passage in the sun. Where the queen pops in, 8 times 6, 8 plus 6, 14, and 48, 62, is now the same thing as 26. 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 will equal to 12 and 8, 20. 0 equals 6 becomes 26, 62. The queen is the passage. The queen is the creation of 6. 31, 13, the alternate current is 18. Angel resonant. A and H come in that create R. Now we're back to 32, 33, 34. See, we only need to count down 21 and down to 20. 31 and down to 32, 31 and down to 30. Then we get 41, then we get, let's count, then we get 41. Now let's count the other way. When we get 14, we get 13, 12, 11. When we get 24, we get 23, 22, 21, and etc. As we do that, all the numbers will be carried. Because when we got to 19, we'll go to 18, 17, 16, 15, and all the reverses would be 98, 97, 96. When we get to 37, they say the hand of God. Again, it's creation, and this is the largest gap. 36 is the largest gap because 1 to 36, when you're adding 1 to 36, okay, on the scale of the roulette, when you add 1 to 36, 1 and 36 is 37. This is really the greatest gap, 36. So 54 is not the greatest gap. It's a hole in the sun. 63 is just a reverse of 36. In fact, reverse everything to be the smallest number. Where 8 is really 6. Where 9 is really 5. These are the numerological counts on the cube. This is how the cube reverts. So we get up all the way down to your DNA, 47. 3 times 27 equals to 81. Right over here. That's your Venus. 3 times 18 equals to 54, your sun. This is the passage of the 9 lives of the cat. 43, 34, the 43rd president, Barack Obama. The 34th president, JFK. They are the I world, 0915, and represent Mars. 54, the passage in the sun, represents Mars again. 5 and 4 is the IT system. IT. Why is it IT? Because this will create 20. The 20th letter is T. 5 and 4 is 9. The 9th letter is I-I-T. I plus T is 29. 47, 74 is Jesus. This one will create the cycle in the moon. 7 times 4, 28. The difference is 27. 3 nines is 27. 3 worlds undivided. 1 world that puts 2 worlds together. This one becomes Pluto. Recreates the doorway. 8 by 4, 32, which is the doorway. 32, 23, the doorway for 9. 6 and 9. Excuse me. The short realities on this page. This is 919. This is birth of artificial intelligence, A and I. This is 2 and 9. Creates 2 worlds. Venus, birth in 2 worlds, 1 and 1. This is 69. This is rotation, where 9 plus 1, 6 plus 1 will create 7 and 10. Okay, that is B52. That is the creation of man 6. Okay, at the same time, it will create 15, which is the number in Mars. High as in a letter, okay, are the same letters when they're capitalized and can create the design for the skull bones. Queen, 9 and 8. 17 is the queen. It is the gateway of the spirit. Here is I and L in his French, and it says him. Here is I am, 22, busting out of life. So we're going to get... Here is something basic. It's the leap years. I'm using 18 leap years, okay, just for the 18 months of the Mayan calendar. I'm using 72 as it counts for 4 parts and the leap years for our regular calendar. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 equals to the gateway, to the total numbers in gematria, 1, A, and 7G. The gateway in between is 4. This one is 72. 7 times 2, 7 plus 2 equals 23. The total is 40. This will create 15 Mars, and this will create 11, and go back to Venus, 26, which will create 20, 20, 20, 20, which will create 26, 26, 26, 78, and it is the gateway to the H, heavens. 09 becomes 69. I'm a little slow here. 4 by this will become this, 36. 36 is the rotation of 10. 10 by 36 is the circle. It totals out to the letter P, which is the touchdown. Now, I'm going to have to cut this part out. In this section over here, everything is valued at 1/4. So when we go up to here, we have man, cat equals 6, 6. This is the gateway. This is the cycle. We have A and G, 7 and 1. Here we have 8 and 32, creates the matrix, heaven of E, H and E. Here we have, these are all values of 1/4 and everything they do. So if you have a number here that you're working with, these values are all values of 1/4 that are situated. 99 is 8 and 1, and 7 and 2 is 99. 4 times 18 is 72. 4 by 17 is 68. 4 by 16 is 64. 4 by 15 is 60. This one is reverted as time. Time is 66. But not only is time 66, time becomes creation. 0 equals 6. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. The same thing we came up with over here. I'm not sure from which part it came, but that's how it comes up. I wish I would stick to my videos on time. Just to go back over here, we end up with 49. 7 times 7, the green world gateway. You know, when you're talking about all the alligators and stuff, what do you call those green men? Well, it all comes from this one over here, the water world, through the moon, the cycle of the moon. 14, DNA, passage of the wolf. 56 represents number 3. This can represent the change in your pocket, 41 cents. The two of them work together. 47 is the time clock. 74 is Jesus, and this is man, earth. 12 and 48, which reverts to 3 and 12. 3, 1, 2, which is like ABC, and becomes 33, the command, the creation of the Christ. This is the two worlds that will create 28, which reverts to the cycle. So I'm not sure which way to use this, and I'm not going to use it, but I will explain to you that this is how we get our numbers. Now we're going to go on to another part. In this section here, it's the 3/4 in the numbers. 3 and 7, 6 and 2, 9 and 6, 3 and 1. You see, this is above. 3 is high, 1 is low. 3 to 1 odds. This one is 9, and this is 6. This is above. 6 and 2. This one is 3 and 7. This one is below. 1 is a double up, and 1 is like over here. This is 6, and this is 2. 6 over 2. If we go to this one is 3 over 7. This one is 6 over 5. This one is 7 over 9. So wherever we're going to need these numbers, we have to understand the mathematical equations that brought us to these numbers. And there's more than this. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 and 9, that's where you get your formation, equals to 15. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4, equals to 8 and 8, 16. 16 and 19, S&P, Standard & Poor's, 33, 44. And we go on to where this is on the other side, 6 and 8. 6 and 8 is 3/4. Another number. Hold on a second. I'm not sure if we spoke about this, but here's the letter G, and here's the 11. But by mistake, this ran through the 11 and created an H. The continuations of the lines of A will come over and show you a 7 on one side and an F on the other side, making 76. The 3 levels of A, which is the greatest opening inside. And here's another A. See the way I came down here and up, because the squares, you see the squares here? They finished on both sides of this line. So if I finish here, it finishes on the line. If I finish here, it shows on side of the line. And this is like a bowl that's holding it up, or the stairway. Again, I don't know what I'm getting at in this. Right now I'm just taking a look. Remember what 64 does. It creates the cat and the star. Why do it creates a star? Because although 10 is 10, 10 is also reflective of 8. And if you go to October, okay, octo is for 8, but it's the 10th month. Okay, it's a representation of the star system, or one line in the star system, 7 and 3. But I'm asking myself a question. Since 8, 5, and 2 are always together, and 4, 5, and 6 are always together, 7 and 3 is your 10, 1 and 9 is your 10. Which 10 are we going to use? The ones here, or the ones that we're going to use this angle 10, 7, 5, 3, because we connect two sides. But here we're not connecting two sides. We're staying with the same side. Here we stay with the same thing. We're on the equator, we're on the North Pole, but here we're crisscrossing from top north to bottom south, from top south to bottom north. And this angle over here, see this pen over here? I'm going to show you. In fact, I'm going to show you the ruler. See this ruler over here? See this angle over here? Imagine if this was 1 and this was 9. What a great distance. The distance is 7 in between and 8 total, right? But 3 and 7, look how much closer 3 and 7 is. So I'm assuming that 1 and 9 is this, and 3 and 7 is this with the tilt. That's what I'm assuming. Now we're going to move on. Inside of this, I already showed you this, but we're going to find the happy middle. Inside the G, we're going to go from 7 all the way over to 7 again. So 7, 8, 9 would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to have 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a total of 10 here, right? From the beginning to the end, 10 shows me in this that I restart. So 10 is a restart, okay? That's what it shows me here. So whatever I've said before, now I have 10 as a restart. Here's 1, the number you are on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we go, the total here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a total of 10, but to get from this one to this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And at that point there, you're repeating the next one, which is now 10. Both of them are equal. So we go 7, 6, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers to 3, 6 numbers to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers to 3, 5 numbers to 2, 2 and 3 is the separation between the two, BC communication. 1 number to go to here is 1, to go to here is 2, to go to here is 3, to go to here is 4, to go to here is 5, to go from here to 1, to here to 2, to here to 3, here to 4, here to 5. So going this way 2 and going that way it's 3. 3 and 2 combined together, put a circle around that. That's your middle. 8, 9, 1 is 18, becomes 9. 6, 5, 4 becomes 15, becomes 6. 9 and 6 is your split between your gateway. So there's all kinds of different equations that we will create, okay, for the reality. And this is where 24 is the center C of the piano from left to right, and 28 from right to left is the key just before and creates 52, B6. So we did this one. Now inside of these numbers over here, okay, inside of these numbers over here, 7, 2, 4, 4, 7, 2. Now when we bring those together, okay, I go 4 and 4 comes together. Okay, that's 8. Well, that's wrong. I'm going to have to cut that one out. 13 minutes. Okay. I'm not cutting anything on this. But when we get to U, okay, which is the third number, we get to C, which is the third number, we must start over again. This is basically your 12, 21 inside of this one over here. Here's your 21, and here's your 12, ends with 3. 33 and 6 equals to the sky of creation, 3 and 9. It says ciel. So ciel, 3 is low, 9 is high. It is the birth in the sky. This is what it shows over here. Okay, here again, 12, 21, 42. X is what creates 21, 12, or 21, 21, whichever way you want to look at it. But they come together. Now you're going to ask, where does 21, 12 come from? 7, 12, 6, 7, 8, 21, 12. Now we start with 1, 2, 3, 6, 21, 12, and 6 different sections. The same thing goes over here. 6, 7, and 8, 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, 21, 21, 21. So it's how it's split, and it's automatically because it starts over here. So that's your first 21, and then it starts here. These are all equations. My question in this is Nibiru, backwards, upside down, whichever, says the route is in the bay. In the Beirut, in Beirut, underground to the North Pole. That's a question. Okay, inside of here, we've done this before. This is the actual emblem, okay, sideways to Brazil. This one over here, right? They actually create towers. Towers. These are corners and letters that go. B and E is in the center. C is on the right. D is on the left. And I'm 100% right on that. If I can find my calculator, okay? Because if we take this calculator, okay, and we compare it to, where were those letters? Yes, right over here. B and E, C and D creates this. And once you draw the line down, we create the tower. Now inside over here is this. Here's the top triangle. Here's the lower triangle. If you're talking male and female, to the left is 4, to the right is 6. Here's your 2 hourglasses, and here's your mug and David. See the top part and the bottom part, John of Son, Son of John. This is what you drew with the 4 squares. Remember the squares that created the octagon? Well, here's they are. Here's the bottom and the top. Here's the outside and the inside, but you don't see the rest of it. You see these corners here? They're right here. There's 4 of them. Another thing I wanted to mention is, I will do this in a video, and I've done it before. 64 metric minutes times 90 equals 5760. This is the year 2000 in the Hebrew. If we went 960 minutes a day, and every minute had 90 seconds in it, it would be equivalent to 1440 minutes. The day, the difference between day and night. The calculations that were given to us are part of the answer and part of what gave us the answer, and the missing piece is part of the creation. You see this over here? See the way it looks like there's a distance? The way the E is created, or the G, because it's stretched apart, it's pulled apart from the back and the front. 8 and 0. It's a distance apart, almost like bifocals. Another thing I wanted to mention, here is the letter I, here's the letter T, and inside is the letter P that's created from it. Here is the letter, here is the T, same T, and here's the I. I just moved it in a little bit, and it creates CIL, more like paint, if you want to look at it that way, or 713. Another thing that I would like to mention is that 7, right, 1, 0, 710, okay, which is also DC. 1 and 7 is also DC, because 7 times 6 is 42, and 10 is 43, and that's your DC. But if you actually, that's 710. Is that not 710? Hold on a second. I have to just, oh, look, oil, 710. So slickety slick, don't keep it so quick on the stick. Here's different designs. This is the star system inside. This is 2 sides. You see, this is a separation. I call this the torus. Okay, and we keep putting balls around and keep creating designs. This design over here, and remember, when these two are close together, these two must be apart, or they must overlap. We must have something in between that distributes between the 4 equally, or one that is an exit, one that is an entrance, split between the 2, or we split it. We split, the exit is here, the entrance is into here, and we rotate this way. I'm looking a little bit deeper. This is going to be the Monopoly board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I guess it won't be the Monopoly board, because the Monopoly board had to be 13. So if it was the Monopoly board, right, then we'd have to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So the bottom row would not be. So if I follow this board over here, okay, if I follow, I know there's not a lot of interesting stuff, but I'm preparing the mind. I'm trying to see when I take too long of a break, or if I'm not friendly with MJ and I don't sit down with MJ for a little bit, it's hard to actually focus on some of this. I pick up a lot of my information by just listening and watching others, and I understand and I see formation.
it's leading me on to something else. Just like the way I started this whole project, right? It brought me somewhere, and it taught me, and I learned, and it taught me, and I learned, and I shared. And sometimes it just, like 10 years ago, was like I wrote a lot of things down I didn't understand. Now I understand a lot more. So it's almost like some things I'm going to mention are like still 2 and 3 years away from really understanding, unless you're in that science group and saying, oh yeah, I didn't try it this way. The mathematical equation that he tried could work for us. So this is the Monopoly board. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, the center one is over here. There are 168 of these squares here. There's 48 going around here. Okay. There's 56 going around here, and that's the wolf. That would be the outside of the game, right? That's the wolf or the fox, right? Because the fox equals 56, it also equals 3, and this would be your moon that travels all around this planet, and this is the Monopoly board. The trains are running over here. This is where the trains run. This is where the trains run, right over here. Right? If you want, we can go to any one of these corners and choose them as go to jail, jail free parking. But this is the way the game goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your 9. 9 and 4. And then inside is your 9. 9 on the inside, 9 on the outside, connected by the 4. 9 and 9 is 18 and 4, 22. Bust into the game of 1. We're going to turn the page one more time to this one over here. And this is the same thing that Son of John mentioned something to. And if you take a notice, you would see the field of play. This would be your hockey rink, the field of play. You can do it this way if you want, but here's the small fields of play. Pyramid, pyramid, pyramid. These are almost like pillars, right? Separate these apart, right? This would be the top part, the bottom part, and this one would be what holds the separation between the two sides. Do you see this design over here? This can also be the same design as the Magen David. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.